Have you ever hit a deer with your car? I have recently. Not a great experience. It can be actually quite pricey when you try to get your car fixed. And so what that causes me, and maybe you found yourself doing as well, is being hyper-focused afterwards looking for the deer. Now, how long does that last? How long can you stay hyper-focused on something before your brain starts to check out? You start to feel stressed. You start to feel exhausted, like, okay, I can't do this. And so maybe you'll stop driving, or you'll stop doing different things that put you in that position. Now, here's what happens in regards to like trauma. So like PTSD, anxiety, things like that happen where we've had an experience that happened where we were in the fight, flight, or freeze response, but then that situation was never resolved within us. And that response stayed activated. And so we're constantly feeling anxious. We're constantly fearful for that deer that might happen. And so even when I get to my job site, I'm at the desk in my office, constantly like, okay, where's the deer? Where's the deer? And my body's telling me, oh, you got to watch out. There's something going to happen. Something bad's going to happen. Or you may have heard the saying that, oh, well, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And you're just constantly waiting for that next thing to happen, that next bad thing to happen. And that's anxiety, that's PTSD, that's trauma. And so you're constantly in this hyper-focused state looking for the danger. Now that's not healthy, because if you think about it, like with me and the deer, like if I'm sitting at my desk worried about hitting a deer, I'm not even driving a car. So that's not helping me anymore. And that's what happens oftentimes with anxiety and with trauma. It puts us in this hyper-focused state in situations where we're not even in danger, but we feel like we are, and so we're looking for it, and that causes us to miss out on other opportunities. In other situations, our body is constantly stressed, which leads to illnesses, disease, and other aches and things in the body. And so it's important for us to be able to recognize, where did the trauma come from? What was the event? For me, I hit a deer. Okay, so how do I deal with that? So understand that deer have seasons of migration, that there's times of day when we're more likely to see deer. And there's certain areas on the journey where I'm more likely to see deer. And so resolve that, learn, educate myself about it. Looking at the fear, the experience of actually hitting the deer. How do I feel? Have I talked about that? Have I resolved it? Have I worked through it? Am I blaming myself for anything? If I am, then let's do the forgiveness process. Let's say, okay, lots of people hit deer. It happens, but that doesn't mean anything, bad about me. And so go through the healing process, take care of the car, look at the finances, all those things, do the resolving, and then let it go and move forward with the knowledge that I've gained. And so we can do that with other areas of our lives too, where we have anxiety, where we have trauma. If you need help, that's where you can reach out to a mentor, a life coach, a therapist to help guide you through this process, because some experiences we have in our lives are very traumatic and very long lasting, and it takes some effort and some time to actually work through them. But you can work through them. You can heal. You can move beyond the traumatic event and to the point where that event is no longer traumatic and it becomes an event from your past that no longer bothers you today. You can move past it. And so if you need help, ask for help. There's help available. There's online therapy, there's life coaches, mentors. There's so many different avenues that you can go to get help. And so if you need help, ask for it. You matter, you are a miracle, you have a purpose, and it's important for you to take care of yourself so that you can live on purpose, so that you can confidently live the life that only you can live. You are needed. Your light is needed in this world. So thank you for being here with me today, and remember that I'm here at Hope to Cope every day, checking in with a message of hope and to remind you that you are a miracle and that you do have a purpose.